Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lighthouse. My name is John Puryear and I'm continuing a series called From Denim to Diamonds. From Denim to Diamonds. And again, I am the denim old cowboy and my wife is the diamond, but we are all striving to become a diamond. Something that started out as coal, which will stain everything, is messy, it's a good energy source. However, it can burn out very quickly, but with pressure applied to it and purification and an expert in cutting the diamond, it can become a beautiful, strong piece of jewelry. So this is part 4 of my series, and what I'm trying to do is explain updates in the characters of our life. Updates, which are changes, which are going to be good. Like on your iPad, you go to your app store and you see that there's a number there and it basically says you have apps that need to be updated. They need to be changed. They have been improved upon. The bugs have been fixed. And now you need to install the update to that application to make it work better. So what we want to do is put ourselves in that app. You know, we are an app, and we want to do some improvements to ourselves. So in part 1, we talked about making improvements to us as a person, whether you are a man or you are a woman. The second series, the second part that we talked about was how we are as a spouse. And we hopefully pushed the update button up there to be able to give us the improvements of how we can be a better mate or a better spouse to our mate. And then in part 3, we talked about being a parent, being a father and or a mother, how we can be better parents to our children. So now here in part 4, I want to talk about being a son or a daughter. How are we as a son or a daughter to our parents, to our mother and father? Now, just like the last one that I talked about on being parents, being a son or being a daughter really is based upon your own parents. And some children have some really good parents. They have a really good role model, you know, a father and a mother. And then other ones don't have such a good relationship or a good role model with their mother or father. So being a son or a daughter can be completely different here, and I understand that. I don't know how your relationship is with your mother or father. Whether you were brought up with a single parent, maybe one of your parents, the mother or the father, was out of the picture. Maybe they abandoned you. And I know a lot of people deal with abandonment issues because either their father or their mother left them. I know also that people deal with losing a mother or a father. Maybe at an early age or a mid-age, their mother or father died, so they still didn't have a good mother or father figure. Maybe there were some really horrific, abusive type of issues that went on with your mother or father. So I can't hit on all of that on this issue, but I do understand that. I promise you that I will, in future broadcasts, we will deal with each one of these issues by itself, and I'll do a series on each one. So this is just kind of a general type of beginning of the Lighthouse. So I want to know, how can we be a better son or a better daughter? If you still have parents that are alive, personally, I've already told you that my mother has passed away. And I was adopted. They chose to adopt me. I have not sought out my biological mother. Have not done that. I've got a mother, and she's now buried, and I will see her again one day. But you really only get one. My father is still alive, and my father is my hero, and he is my best friend, and he is my mentor. So I have a really good relationship. Now, we've done many things, and as I have been growing up, I have been a son, you have been a son or a daughter for a long time, and there are some really good things, good memories, and there's probably some really bad memories as well. Everybody makes mistakes, whether you are a parent or whether you are a son or a daughter, but our parents are supposed to teach us. They're supposed to train us. They are supposed to discipline us, teach us to know right from wrong and to be a good citizen in society, to be a good, productive person. You know, that's what we are supposed to do as parents, but that's what we're supposed to learn as children. So even though I am, almost 50 years old, I am still a son, and I am very thankful for being a son. So I just want to look at some things of what, again, I want to update that button. I want to be a better son, but I want to go to my Bible again, and I want to see some things that are guidance from me. So I'm going to go to my Glow Bible that I have on my iPad, and I want to look in Exodus chapter 20, and I want to look at 21. This is in the Old Testament, and this is a commandment. Okay, there are 12 commandments, only 12, but this is one of them. And in verse 12, what the commandment said, okay, is honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. So, guys, there's only 12 commandments. I mean, come on, man. I mean, the Lord gave us He could have given us all kinds of a playbook, a whole big old rule book that says you will do this and you will not do this and yada, 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 yada. And some people say that that's what the Bible is. There's a lot of direction in the Bible. But God made commandments and really, He only gave 12. This is the 6th commandment. And it basically says, honor your father and your mother. Okay. Well, okay. Let me say something here. Because a lot of people, a lot of my friends, they don't care about the Bible. They don't care about God. They may not even believe in a God. They have different gods. It's all okay. Just please don't hit stop. Don't turn me out. This is just my way. Okay. So, but some fathers and mothers may not be worth or may not deserve your respect. But God is still saying to honor them. Respect is earned. And if they do things to disrespect you, then they're not going to earn your respect. However, that's what they do, and you have no power over what they do, what they have done in their past. The only thing that you actually have, not even power, but a choice over, is what you choose to do. That's it. What you choose. You make a choice, good or bad, right or wrong. You make the choice, and then you act on that choice. That's the only power. So I understand that some people have some parents that it's really hard to honor them and respect them. But what I'm saying is that in my God book, my Bible, it's a commandment for me to honor my mother and father. So I'm going to do that. Now I also want to look in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 2 through 3. And it says, again, this is in the New Testament, honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. Remember, I just said it was the 6th commandment out of the 12. But what he's saying here is that it is the first commandment that actually has a promise to go along with it. Okay? Well, verse 3 says, this is the promise. So that it may go well with you and you may enjoy long life on earth. That's the promise. If you choose to honor your mother and father, then what God is promising you is that you will have a good, a long life on this earth. You will be blessed. Now, I know it has to do with a lot of other things. So, here's another issue. When your mom and dad get old, then it is a child's job to be able to take care of their parents. If you're in that situation, are you doing that? I also want to say that in the family makeup, in the hierarchy of the family, then we should always seek help up the chain, up the totem pole. We should never go down the totem pole. So me as a son, I am able to go to my mother and father if I need help. Whether that is advice, whether if that is financial help, whether that is anything, basically. I always, especially financial help, I always go up to my parents. And then I can even go up above that to my grandparents. Because it always works down. It should never be to where a parent goes down the totem pole to their child and asks for financial help. That's not the way that it should work. It should never go down. It should always go up. Does that make sense? So, I just want you to know that a parent should never go to their children and ask them for financial help. That's not the way it works. The child should be able to go to the parent for that. Until the parents get too old to where they can't take care of themselves. And there's many scriptures in the Bible to where it tells us to take care of our elders, to respect our elders, to take care of the widows, and make sure that they are okay, because they have done their service, they have done their work, and now they've gotten to the point where they can't anymore. So at that time, then the children's job is to step in and now take care of the parent. That is different. So are you honoring your mother and your father? Do they deserve the respect from you? If you've ever had a problem with your mother or father, I will say again, as I have said in a previous one about being a parent, that it is never too late to go to them and try to work it out. It is never too late to ask forgiveness, or, here's the thing, here's a big thing, freely give forgiveness. Forgive them. Guys, holding on to grudges, hate, unforgiveness is a poison that is inside of you that will eat you alive. And it's not hurting anybody but yourself. It is literally holding a grudge or having unforgiveness is like you drinking your own poison trying to kill somebody else sitting over there on the other end of the room. It's just not going to work. So forgive them even when they don't deserve to be forgiven or when they haven't even asked to be forgiven. Do it because it's your choice. It's what you want to do. Forgive your parent. Forgive your parents. Make amends and do your part. And they may or may not accept it. They may or may not resolve your family issue or, reestablish that communication, that relationship with you. But you can't control that. You control what you do. That's all you can do. But by freely forgiving somebody is the most freeing feeling that you will ever get. So if you have that going on with your parents, I would highly recommend that you choose to forgive them. Love your parents. Honor your parents. respect your parents. Listen to their teaching. Listen to their wisdom. Listen to their past mistakes, because they don't want you to follow in their path and make the same mistakes that they have done. But support your parents, because they're not always going to be here for you. Eventually, you're going to lose them, and that's it. They're gone from this earth, and we will never see them again unless we see them in the afterlife. We see them in heaven when we're all joined together. So, I'm just asking, here's some other Proverbs. I want to read some Proverbs of direction again in my Glow Bible. Proverbs 6:20 says, "My sons, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching." Proverbs 23:22 says, "Listen to your father who gave you life, and do not despise your mother when she is old." Take care of your parents as they grow older. My quote that I leave with you on today's session, part 4 of this series, Denim to Diamonds. My quote from me is, "My father may not be perfect, and neither am I, but he is my hero, my best friend, and my mentor. I honor and I respect my father, and I pray that you honor and respect your father and your mother as well." So thank you again for watching part 4 of Denim to Diamonds, and I'll see you again in part 5 in my next broadcast. God bless you.